Very squished. Eve doesn't seem to mind that though.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to another day, another packing day with us. We got boxes all over the place, trying to get the boys to get their room packed up, trying to get everything packed up in here. This is kind of a, well, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Found these.
Okay, we should take those over to the shop.
You started moving on Thursday?
Okay, yes.
So I can pack things that I need Friday.
Yes, you might have heard Andrew there, but we've decided to actually move up the move-in date by one more day just to make things a little crazier. But because Friday, the weather is forecast to be kind of like today, really rainy and cold. And I really don't want to move in the rain because that's pain, and that rhymes. But Thursday, the forecast is for sunny and in the 60s. So I prefer to move on a day like that, which means I've moved up. I've requested it from the lease company. We'll see if they approve it for us to move in a day earlier. I moved up the date now 3 days in total. So yeah, because it's miserable today and I really don't want to move in the rain. That just isn't very fun. So we'll see how that goes, but it just means that we've got to get ready that much more quickly. I'm pretty sure we can do it. I've already done a lot of packing. It just means I got to really focus over the next, Meg and I both, because we've got other stuff to do as well, life as well. So we'll see. Well, we've made some progress with packing. The kids have got some boxes out here. The room, I think, is looking more empty. I was just working on other stuff because part of moving is getting all the utilities switched over and all that. That took longer than I thought it would. So it's looking, I got their shoes all emptied out of there. So we're getting closer. Megan is working on the table over at the warehouse. Megan, have you recorded over at the warehouse today?
Nope.
Oh, you better do that. Megan's making progress on the chairs and the table over there. So hopefully she'll show you guys what she's got going on over there. This is what Megan's been doing. Doing some sanding.
I should have time-lapsed putting this tent up.
Why? Because it was really funny?
Yes. I didn't read the instructions. I just figured it would be able to figure it out pretty simply.
See, that's famous last words.
Yeah, and then it was like so humorous at times. Like my feet were stuck in it and my poles were all around me.
So we didn't have this.
Took me probably 20 minutes to, yeah.
This is a tent we got a while back that's meant for spraying, spray shelter. Because we realized that after Megan had sprayed these on Saturday that we kind of had residual like spray mess
A little bit.
went around that we didn't really want. So it's a cool little tent system, and we actually have a real legitimate sprayer. It's funny, it's one of those gravity-fed ones. We haven't figured it out yet. So
I haven't wanted to take the time.
we're just using spray bottles for now. But
so this is
are you happy so far?
Yeah. And then this is the table. This is it with the leaf in, and it's very yellow. It's a maple.
Right.
And I'm going to pick up something to stain it with. I'm just going to stain the top, and then I'm going to paint the legs, the like skirt or whatever
Right.
color.
I think that's going to be a great table. I just like how simple it is.
Yeah, it is nice.
So that was a sweet find. Chairs alone, especially those kind of chairs, are expensive.
I really like these chairs. This one especially I like. Now, they're not perfect because I didn't do anything to prep them, so any scratch is going to show up. But what I'm going to do on Monday, not Monday, it's Monday today.
Today's Monday.
What I'm going to do tomorrow, once they've had 24 hours to dry, I'm going to sand the edges to distress them a little bit.
Oh.
And then I'm going to seal them so that anything that the kids do to them will be less stressful. Because if they're solid black with nothing wrong with them, and then
they're
somebody
flawless.
makes a scratch, I'll be like,
No! Well,
so
and it's only a matter of time.
More distressed look. so I'm not so distressed myself.
Wow. Man, I love all the use
See
of
what I
that
did
word.
there? Yeah, okay.
Thank you for explaining it to me.
So it was about a can of paint, a chair.
Yeah, what did you use?
I
People
still have
probably
a
want to
can
know.
left.
People
and
probably want
half
to know
a
what
can.
paint you used. Show
This
us.
one, Rust-Oleum, is so much better than the other brand
Satin
at
protector.
Home Depot. Whatever it is. It is like, the other brand is like, comes out and is like kind of watery.
Oh.
This is a lot thicker and the coverage is amazing.
Rust-Oleum satin protective enamel.
Then
okay.
I got, for a few dollars, this thing.
Yeah, the little sprayer guy.
And it's amazing. You just clip it over it, and so you can get continuous spray.
Yeah,
so you
that's
can just
great.
go.
And your finger doesn't like start to die. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks so much easier.
Great. Well, and this is the staging area for all the boxes because
Well, then I guess
We-
I should get my stuff out.
we don't have room in the house for boxes to be stacked up. There just is not floor space for it. So I'm just bringing them over here. There are a couple spots where we can leave boxes and those spots are filled. So this is going to be the box depository or suppository, depending on how you think about it. And yeah, and then we've got like this is the couch we got last week that we're going to be taking over to the house. Most of this stuff, I think, is just going to stay here. So that's kind of nice for now. The new house will have more storage in it once it's all done, but for now, this should work just fine. In case we haven't made that clear, we are keeping this building. We have, the lease is a 2-year lease, so we saw it for a while, so which is actually still very useful to us. So we'll leave a lot of stuff here and not have to be moving it around too much. All right, we're continuing to make progress here. Kids are taking boxes out. Eve is feeling good, right, Eve? Kind of, maybe. And then I'm getting this art down from in here. Megan, finish this off.
Well,
Not finish it. You finished sanding it.
yeah.
There's
Well, I'm
still
gonna do a-
work to be done.
You know, like a light sand with a higher grit or a lower, you know.
Okay, so you just did the first pass just to get the finish off of it.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna take a higher numbered grit
Uh-huh.
and just to take off a little bit of the roughness.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to stain it. I don't stain very often, so
Except for your clothes.
yeah, I do that all the time. So we'll see. I'm a novice, so
Novice stainer.
yeah, I paint a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But stain can be tricky. It can do things that, because every wood is different and every stain brand is different, so.
We're making progress, but I'm getting tired. Need to stop and make dinner. We got the smoked pulled pork from Costco, so it's just in the microwave. Real easy. Gonna cut up some romaine and make a salad to go with it, and that's pretty much it. So it's a simple dinner, but you know, should feel stuff. Megan's helping us make a good salad.
Just nothing fancy.
Hey, it's food though.
I like salad.
We got some romaine, some what are those? The Parmesan crisps in there, and some chopped up jalapeno, and then
Jalapeno ranch.
jalapeno ranch dressing. This is gourmet. And over here, I've got we're gonna do 2 of these, but that's the smoked pork from Costco. Some buns, and that's it. So pretty simple stuff. Got done with dinner. Time to keep packing. Gonna get some more of this kitchen packed up.
I call this synchronized licking. Boys, you gotta get together better. You're on the wrong leg, Calcifer. Albus has his right leg up. Okay, it's the next day, and I am coming over to the warehouse or the workshop to see to see the table, to finish the table and chairs. I stained the table last night when it was dark, so I want to see how I feel about it today in the light. And then I'm gonna seal the top with some anti-Sloan lacquer and paint the table base. I think pink, but we'll see. Okay, I think it looks really pretty. Very happy with it. I like all the variation in color. I like that it's warm, that it still looks kind of antique. Can you believe that wood was finished to look like that? Well, I can't, but you know, styles change. Maybe you actually like that better, but I think it's beautiful. It's super smooth. Love it. Obviously, it would be a really good neutral if I would paint it like black on the bottom or white, and I know that, but come on, guys. I don't like neutral. I try to paint things neutral, and then I always regret it. So I think I'm gonna do a color on the bottom, and I think it's going to be pink. We'll see. Still can't make my decision. Put the chair with it. I know I don't want it black. I want the chairs to be distinct and stand out, and so I'm gonna paint a few different colors on it and see what I think.
All right, well, yeah, it's the next day, and the packing continues. This isn't really exciting stuff. It's just packing and more packing, but I'm gonna get this stuff, hopefully the kitchen pretty much packed up as much as I can. We've had a couple of people ask us about why we're kind of in this hurry. It's not so much that the house project is starting that quickly, but the lease company or the rental company, they want us to move in on the 28th, and then we kind of move that up a little bit. So it created a little bit of a deadline for us. We also recognize that it's not like someone's moving into this house or it has to be perfect when we move out, which it won't be, but at the same time, I think slow moving can sometimes be a lot more tiresome than just kind of one big push to make it happen. Because you could slowly just take things over and kind of live between the two places, but I really don't like doing that. So I prefer just to get as much done as we can, get it all over there and be done with that moving part. There will be stuff left in this house that we'll kind of clean out more slowly. But initially, I just like to get as much stuff over there as we can when we have the truck and when we're kind of in the mode of moving stuff rather than just sort of slowly carting stuff over to the other house. So that's why it's been a little bit of a frantic push to get it all done, because I'd like to do it all in one go. So, Jude, you want to be on camera?
Yeah.
You want to say hi?
Hi, everyone.
I'm doing this. Megan's over at the warehouse working on the table that we're going to be putting in. And the kids are just kind of doing their thing. I have the kids pack their own stuff, but beyond that, I don't really have them do a lot because what I found is the kids don't pack things quite as well in the same way I'd like them to be, or mark the boxes in the same way. And it's almost more trouble to supervise that sort of activity than to just do it yourself. So we made some progress here in the kitchen. Got a lot of food out of there. Got that pretty much emptied out, just kept some stuff that we are still using. Emptied out these drawers, which was a task because those are sort of our junk drawers and they had, well, accumulated a lot of junk. So I think when we finished up here in the kitchen for now, obviously there's still quite a bit of stuff here behind me, but I think it needs to wait probably until the last day, tomorrow, when we just really have to put everything in a box.
These are the two colors I've narrowed it down to. This is Annie Sloan's olive and Annie Sloan's Scandinavian pink. Obviously, I think they both look beautiful. This one looks more historic and it just looks right. I get that. And it would look beautiful with the black chairs. But this one is really pretty too, and it looks pretty with the wood, and it's a little bit more playful. So the question is, do I want it to look more historic and like antique-y, or do I want it to be more playful? And I lean towards playful, but that green looks really beautiful and it's very neutral. So I still don't know. Because we all know how incredibly important it is what color I choose here. I know it's not important. It's just, and it's funny because I paint stuff all the time. So it's like, you could just paint over it. But I don't like watching movies again, usually. I don't like reading books again. And I don't want to paint the same piece of furniture twice, necessarily. I know, you guys are like probably screaming at the screen, like, it does not matter. There would be so many other colors that would be pretty, like a really French light blue. That blue is really pretty. White, gray. So many colors. Some of you might think I'm crazy to do this, but it's gonna happen anyways as I get banged around. So now I can make it look on purpose. Or just, they're old chairs, it's part of the patina. So I'm taking 120 grit sandpaper, and I'm not pushing I'm just kind of dragging it, and kind of going in the areas where I think it would get rubbed. Hardest part is the legs. Legs would really be banged up, and so it's hard to, I don't want them to get too distressed, but I also don't want it to look like just some weird lines on them either, so I don't know if those will be perfect. I like distressing though. I like how it brings out little details. You can really see the shape of the chair, like this little thing, better when, so I think it's cool. I'm back. I had some lunch and I did a poll on Instagram and said that whatever the poll results were, I would paint it that color, and I was pretty sure I would know. I knew that the poll results would be green, and they were, and I knew the green was a good choice. So I'm gonna do that, and should go really fast. Honestly, chalk paint's really easy to use. So here we go. First layer's on. There are many reasons why I love chalk paint, and all of them have to do with, not all, and it's specific to Annie Sloan's. This is not an ad. Annie Sloan doesn't even know I exist. Chalk paint doesn't take a lot of prep work, and it doesn't take a lot of cleanup. It's water. Annie Sloan's is truly water-based. It cleans up super fast. It dries really fast, so you can put on the second coat, and like I said, you don't have to do a lot of prep work, so I love that. I'll be able to recoat this in probably 5 or 10 minutes. This particular can of paint, I think, froze or got close to it. So it was a little bit like putting mud mask on the table. It was so thick, but that's okay. I really like doing things for myself, especially when I'm doing something new, like a table, because I'm not perfect at it, and I can learn, so that when I do that for somebody else, I've kind of learned. I learned a lot about staining in this one on this table. I like the way this side looks. I think it looks really pretty. But over here I learned that I needed to do a little bit better job on my getting my prep work. See all of this, how it's kind of muddy? That could just be partially because it's maple, but also I think I could have done a better job getting it really smooth with the sanding and it wouldn't have been so muddy. It's especially bad right here because it's the first bit I did. But I don't mind it. I'm not a perfectionist unless it's for somebody else. So I like learning this for myself, and I like owning furniture that I'm not too stressed about. So I don't think I'll ever own really, really fine furniture because I want my house to be comfortable. Nobody would be too worried about how they're sitting or using the furniture in the house. So I'll put on the second coat in a little bit, and then I will leave it to dry overnight and come and seal it tomorrow. While I'm waiting for it to dry, I've got my two littlest here sitting on that junky old bench I bought.
Now I can sit over here.
Oh, you guys are, well, here, we can just move this can of paint off of here so you can both sit on that. Squish in. Very squish. Eve doesn't seem to mind that though. Almost ready for the second coat. Easy peasy. Right, Eve? Easy peasy?
Yeah,
So this packing, we just noticed Calcifer sleeping like this.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Does not look super comfortable. It's like he's been crushed by a couch, but he's just sleeping, but
I've decided now that I've painted it that I think it's really boring and I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to make it chippy. I'm going to add lots of layers of color so it looks like it was painted a bunch of times, and we'll see where I end up. Meanwhile, Jude and Eve are having an adventure in the bamboo forest next to the warehouse. They're loving that. It's beautiful. Beautiful bamboo. Hi. So I'm going to get started.
okay. Megan is making progress on the table,
Well,
right?
I painted it this nice neutral, and it was just like, I couldn't even pretend to like it.
It was too neutral for
It was
you.
just so boring. It's like, really? Like, that table does nothing for me. And, but you know what does do something for me? Chippy paint. Stuff that looks like it's been in a barn and had like 100 years of layers of paint. And so, and I love trying to recreate it. It like makes me, so it's like, dude, this is your table. You do not have to do what anybody else would like. I think I was like trying to avoid spending time on it, like just get it done. But it doesn't really take that long, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of, I'm just adding, I like to add it with this paint knife so that it kind of creates organic shapes, you know?
Putty knife.
Sorry, what did I say? Paint knife?
Paint
Yeah.
knife.
It creates kind of some organic shapes, and then I layer it on like that, and then I kind of sand it back. And then I'm done.
There you have it.
But right now, this color on the top is not working for me, and I don't know if it's because...
You don't like this stain?
Well, I liked it until I painted it, so that tells me that maybe these paint colors are clashing with it. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I don't have a strong opinion, so I think it looks just fine.
Well, I don't mind hearing that,
Yeah, I think it looks good.
because I do have a strong opinion, so it's nice to hear somebody who does.
I think most people won't even think about it. Because most people are like me.
Comes over because of freaking lockdown.
Yeah, we don't really have that many visitors. And if they are visitors, they're just kids. So they don't care.
It's like, what would make me happy to see in the kitchen every morning or whatever, you know?
Or every night. Or even every lunch,
Or
right?
like at 3 in the
Like,
afternoon.
yeah, I mean,
or...
it could be any time. I might like something better at 3 than I do at 1, you know?
In the morning?
Yep. Well, 1 in the morning, nothing looks good. Nothing sounds good. I think it looks really good. It looks rustic, you know?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you get this bottom, which also looks aged because of the chippiness of it.
Maybe once it's done, or maybe a couple more colors, I'll start to see it.
Okay, here we are. We got kids hanging out, doing different little projects. Jude, you gonna tape that bamboo together? Sure, that'll go well. Now we got to figure out dinner, and then keep on packing tonight. Getting a little tired of it. There's only 4 kids at home, actually. Just realized, because kids are off with friends. So we're gonna go get some Chick-fil-A, because we can just sit in the car, eat our food.
Yeah!
And we can all fit in the little car because the van has no seats in the back. So let's go.
Yeah!
Woo! Here we are. Chick-fil-A parking lot. Enjoying our gourmet meal. Not bad. Time to pack the clothes. I do like to use the wardrobe boxes. They're probably not the best use of space. However, I like to have everything.
It's so lame to take everything off a hanger and
I
then
know.
just put it right back
Well,
on.
there are ways to do it where you kind of hook the hangers together and then use a bag or something like that. But I am really a fan of everything being in a box as much as possible, as many things as possible, because then you're not kind of having to take all these little things out. So I like box almost everything.
Isn't it really interesting to have a closet that's big enough? To look at your clothes and be like, I haven't seen those clothes in so long.
I know. It's going to be fun. Shoes in the bottom.
Why is this so good?
Probably
Is
because...
it my Creo brew or is it my
Oh, it's Mom's Creo brew.
Christmas tree lotion? It's a Creo brew.
Asher's loving the smells. Making progress. How you feeling, Megan? Pretty good?
Yeah, I'm not overwhelmed or anything. It's just always, whenever you move, you're just like, I don't know why I'm keeping this.
Yeah. This
But
is...
you're like, now's not the time to decide. It's just, I don't know.
Although it probably is when it comes down to it, but I'm the same way. It's I keep moving all this stuff.
I am getting rid of some jewelry.
Oh, okay. This is the Goodwill pile right here, by the way, in case you want to do that. Yeah, moving is you're kind of in a hurry, though, when you're moving, so you don't have time to,
yes, I mean, I don't have time to, sit, because if you're thinking about everything, am I keeping this? It's I don't have time for this.
And then you think, I'll do it later. And then you don't.
And then
until it's time to move again. At least for us. Well. We've got all of our dressers packed for the most part. Just some clothes in there we'll need for the next few days. Closet's looking close to done. We're making progress. Well, I think we'll end the video right there. We did more packing. I don't know how this video is even interesting because it's just packing, 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 and talking about packing and then doing more packing, but...
Maybe my table was interesting?
Oh, yeah, the table. That's good. Thank goodness you did that. We have something interesting to show.
Yeah, our clothes are all packed except for what we're wearing. And nightstands
I'm
are
really
packed.
happy.
Bathroom's pretty much packed.
Uh-huh.
Jewelry's packed.
See? We're talking about more
Tomorrow's
packing.
our last day, so...
Tomorrow we're going to do more of it. Tomorrow's the last day to pack everything.
Now, you might say, why are you rushing? You don't have to do that. It's because as soon as we found that house and knew we were going to move into it, this house became dead to all of us.
Yeah, well, that's part of it. Suddenly the things we were kind of putting up with became sort of...
Unbearable.
Yeah, not acceptable.
We need more than one shower.
Right. But also, I already said this earlier today, but the rental company said, we need you to move in or to
Well, yeah, but
take
you could
keys.
have it and not actually move in.
Well, technically, by your lease, you're supposed to be in there within 5 days, which gives you more time. But I already said this. For me, it's I don't want to just slowly go back and forth
No.
and get nickel and dime by this
the
thing.
kids are so excited that we're moving on Thursday.
Let's just get it all done. So we are kind of rushing. We're not necessarily on the gun because this house, nothing will happen here for another 2 or 3 months, at best. So far, it's architects and draftsmen are way behind. And I talked to the bank today. I didn't tell you this. Mm-mm. The bank does need
A
full
plan.
set of working drawings to actually do their complete thing. So
It's okay. It'll work
anyways,
out.
so it is not going to happen here real quickly, but we just all felt okay, time to go. And if you followed us for a while at all, you know that we don't really wait around once we kind of know we want to do something. So, and in case it's not clear to some people who might be new here, the house we're currently in is a house that we own. And we're moving out of it to then do a major renovation to it, because there's no way we can live here while the renovation happens.
And some of people were confused because you said, but you just renovated it. We did, like 7 months ago, renovate some things in here because it was worth it to us. It would be hard to live in it without those. So
We only did enough to make it livable. We didn't really finish a lot of stuff. Like there's like unfinished like drywall over
Doorway
here,
to hell.
over there. Yeah, the doorway to who knows where. Anyways, we didn't really finish anything because we just knew that it was temporary. But
it wasn't worth it.
But we couldn't live here the way it was.
Well, we could have, but we couldn't have fit any of our furniture in.
Right. And then to make it more confusing, we did live in a house before this one that's in this town, but that was when we first moved here.
And we're looking for
and
a
we
house.
weren't sure where we were going to be. So we were living in that house and then moved to this house and then moving out of this house to renovate this house. Did we explain why we moved into this house before?
Yeah, we have. You'll have to go watch
Anyways,
our videos.
look, go back and watch the videos if you're curious. Anyways, thanks for coming along. Like, comment, subscribe. Go to knorppandsouth.com for more info.
Sorry
And
that I'm yawning.
Megan's yawning because it's late. And we will catch up with you next time when we're
if you want to see
doing
the
the real move.
completed table, I know I didn't completely finish it. I bet if you go to Instagram, you can see that. It's
Where on Instagram?
at Indoorsy Store.
Is that one word, Indoorsy Store?
I think
On
so.
Instagram? Yeah, Indoorsy Store. Megan did it on your stories, right? Okay. All right, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.